with meteorologist Kelly Bates.
Well, good evening and welcome back. Here's how our day is stacked up. We had a very short variation between low and high temperature. We started warmer than average. We were cooler than average in the end, though, topping out only at 77. Hey, if you were curious, yesterday we hit 90, making it an official 4-day heat wave. But yeah, today is the day that came to an end. Here's our view in Providence. We do have some rain actively falling. It's also dropping that visibility, which means we can't see as far as we usually do. And that's pretty typical whenever we bring in thunderstorms or rounds of heavy rain to the region. We're looking ahead, and tomorrow's going to be a very humid day. We're looking at dew points that should be in the 70s, and we have a chance of seeing late day storms again, just like we did today and just like we did yesterday. We're looking at this pattern to continue for Monday, but once we get to Tuesday, that's when we bring in a nice, dry, and comfortable air mass. It's still going to be very warm with highs in the 80s, but dew point should be in the 50s, meaning it will be a comfortable, dry heat. And then the muggies roll right back in the next day. Dew points spike as we go to Wednesday, and as we finish the week, just a quick preview, things are actually looking pretty good. So here's what's going on right now. We have this area of low pressure sweeping through the region. It's making showers and thunderstorms where it's going, but as we're losing the light of the day, we are finding them weaken. So we're looking at mainly rain showers for most of the areas, except right along the leading edge of the system. So it still has yet to clear the south coast in the New Bedford area. So we're just waiting for that to happen. Our temperatures are in the 60s behind that front, and we do have a temperature of 70 right now in New Bedford, but our dew points aren't really taking that much of a hit. We're still well into the 60s, indicating that it is still quite muggy out there. Now, our winds are generally light to calm, but our wind directions are kind of all over the place. That's usually what happens when we bring something through, and of course, we are. So here's our system. Interesting thing to note, there was this cell that went through just to the southwest of Hartford, and that was actually tornado warned. So it'd be interesting to see if anything actually came from that, because the folks at the Weather Service actually have to go out and investigate the site to determine whether or not it happened. But yeah, reports from that were that it was very torrential rain, hail, just a really intense cell. But the rest of us got through with a lot of rain and some damaging winds as this cell made its, this front made its way through Massachusetts. So now as we look ahead, we're actually looking to do just basically mostly cloudy skies overnight, with a chance of showers. Tomorrow morning we'll see clouds to start with a chance of an early shower, but otherwise we clear to mostly sunny. We get to about this time tomorrow and we bring in again the chance of showers and thunderstorms. And we repeat it again for Monday, starting with sunshine. We hit the afternoon. Guess what? Showers and thunderstorms. But any storms that we happen to make from this point on, we're looking at damaging winds and the potential of downpours leading to flash flooding as our 1 and 2 most, things we want to keep an eye out for. And yes, we do have a marginal chance of severe weather locally, although I do suspect now that the worst is actually kind of over for us. If you want to make a beach day, this should say tomorrow, apologies. 78 degrees will be your oceanside high for Sunday. The thing about Sunday is we have a moderate risk of rip currents, and we're looking at ocean waves that are going to be on the high side. So please keep an eye on the little ones, or check in with a lifeguard at any beach you go to tomorrow to see what the local conditions are, just to make sure that you're safe and you have a game plan of what to do. Anyway, with all that said, here's our look ahead. We have temperatures that will be in the 80s for the entire stretch. So we're done with the heat wave, at least for the next 7 days. We're going to be sort of bobbling through the humidity. We're looking to dry out on Tuesday. We'll dry out again on Friday. And we're also looking to see temperatures that will be pretty comfortable for the overnight lows as well. So that's what we've got going on as we're looking ahead. But yeah, a heat wave. A heat wave.
It's almost like today and yesterday was our punishment for those